Okay, I'm going to attempt to make pineapple upside down cake in my Coleman oven on my Coleman stove. This is an experiment. I've never done it before. I want to show you what I didn't show you the mixing process because it wasn't all that exciting. But anyway, I have pineapples, maraschino cherries, Duncan Hines classic yellow cake mix. I ended up using 1 egg. I'm doing half a thing, so I did 1 large egg instead of 3. I'm using olive oil instead of vegetable oil. Right now it is inside the oven, and we're going to see how that turns out, and we're going to let it cook for about 40 minutes. We'll see how that works out. So I shall see you later, and we shall check it out. Okay, I got a bug on me. I don't know if you can see it, but the temperature is reading 350 degrees, which is one of the temperatures mentioned on the box. It's been just about the right cooking time. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes because there's a lot of factors. I've got a half a box of mix in there. I put a lot of brown sugar because I happen to have a lot and I want to burn my way through it. Right now, we are doing this cooking in this. Oh, I think this is just north. It's a dispersed camping area just north of Blanding, Utah, and I'm going to show you the site a little bit. There is the highway coming out of Blanding. Right out there is where I dropped my DJI Phantom 3 Pro in the lake. So I wasn't very happy with that, but hey, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it in an area that's really pretty. And I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to try to put some still photographs I've taken of the mountains and the lake in the morning. And this place is really, really spectacular. It's just incredibly beautiful. Now, last night I had a young couple that were moving from Louisiana to the state of Washington, and I invited them to share my camp space, and that's where they set up their tent. Perfect little space. Their names are Dustin and Hunter. Very nice couple. We had a long talk. We're all into Bible, so we spent well into the night talking about our interests as it relates to that. Anyway, this is really the second or third time that the second time I've tried to bake something in this oven. The first time I was with a young guy named Matthew Mateus, so this is a shout out to Matthew. We went down to Carlsbad Caverns together. I picked him up hitchhiking in Winslow, Arizona. We went to Carlsbad Caverns. On the way up, we were under storm warnings. They said tornado, possible tornado, and giant hail. It was windy, it was cold, and we stopped and we baked a cornbread. Matthew made the cornbread. He chopped up a jalapeno and some mazzetta green olive stuffed with garlic. He diced that up, put it in with the cornbread. I made a pot of Bush's beans. When I say made, I just got the top off of it and threw it in a pot. We cooked the whole thing in this Coleman oven. It was really windy, so it was a struggle, I'll have to admit, but we ended up with some good cornbread and good beans, and it did its job. It did it respectably, and very proud of it. I'm happy to have made that purchase. I'm cooking this on a Coleman dual fuel stove. What I did was I took the windscreen deal and the grate off, and I put as you can see, I put the oven directly on the body of the camp stove, and that's an experiment to see if I do better. And I think I'm hitting 350 degrees, and I don't know, that seems good enough to me. I'm going to go get something to stick in it and see if it's ready, and then we'll let it cool off and do a taste test. So I'm out for now. Okay, I didn't have a toothpick, so I put one of these things in it, and it came out clean, so I'm guessing it's cooked through and through, but I'm going to give it a couple more minutes just because I put so much black or brown sugar in it. And this kind of gives you an idea of my campsite. There's my van back there. Anyway, I'm gonna give it about maybe 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna take it out and let it cool off, and we'll see what we have. Like I said, we're winging this. There's a whole bunch of unknowables, so we're just gonna any port in a storm when it comes to getting it done, and that's just going to be the way it is. We're going to see what we get away, what we come up with. I love pineapple upside down cake, so I'm pretty much going to eat it no matter what I get out of it. So anyway, have a good one, and I shall return. Okay, one more update. I pulled the pineapple upside down cake out of the oven. So far it looks good. It looks like it's starting to pull away from the sides of the pan, so that's a good sign. I've yet to take the pan off. I'm going to let it cool for 10, 15, 20 minutes. I wanted to talk about the oven for a minute. This oven, I think, is a hard to beat little doogie for camping. Here's the box with a picture of it. It folds down. It's got a thermometer on it. It's fairly lightweight. Appears to be well built like any Coleman product. So far I'm impressed with it, and if I get a good pineapple upside down cake out of it, I'm going to be in love with it. Thank you, Coleman. You did another great job. You can't beat their stoves. Everybody knows they're tried and true. I think this oven's going to do a good job, and we shall see. So I'm going to get busy and do a little clean up, and then we're going to try to take that pan off and see what we got. And I'm hoping it's done. So that's it for right now. Okay, one little update while we're letting this thing cool off. I noticed what appears to be some brown sugar down here. So apparently it did not all caramelize. And I know I put on probably twice as much as I should have. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that there's a little bit of sugar issue. I don't know how this thing's going to turn out, but why don't I just see if it's ready to come out of the pan. Oh, well, I could have let it go a tiny bit longer and release that top. But I would say that in all, and considering, you know, what we're up against here, that really came out pretty darn good. You have to admit, that's a damn fine-looking pineapple upside down cake, in my opinion, considering where we're at, and didn't use all the right ingredients and all of that good stuff. So that's it. Well, we're going to try the taste test, and we'll do that in a little bit. Okay, you know what I think I'm going to do is get a little bit of this top up here and see what I got there. Damn, that's good. That's good. Oh yeah. That's a pineapple upside down cake. It may not be the prettiest I've ever seen, but it tastes right up there with the best of them. Thank you, Coleman. Thank you, Duncan Haynes, everybody else. And everybody have a good one. This was an unqualified success, in my opinion.